Talking Junk Network,
where entertainment lives.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to
BreakRoom,
Your favorite rapper's favorite podcast.
See, this is why I like your show. You guys charismatic. You know the right things to say.
Danger zone. You're muted.
Oh shit! I didn't know I was muted. Well, let's try that again. Welcome to the BreakRoom, your favorite Saturday night addiction. All the usual players are here. Your hosts, Jasmine, Dre,
What's up?
Miggs, and Talon,
Yo.
and yours truly.
Sunshine. Junkers.
What's
How y'all
going
doing?
on, Junkers?
Y'all being belligerent, ignorant, and terrible?
Oh,
As always.
this episode is gonna be all of those.
No.
What's up,
This
Melissa?
episode
Thank
is
you for
much
joining.
worse than that.
Mama Beats, Bronx Finest. Thank you for joining us
No, we doing all right?
tonight.
What's up?
We're gonna be talking
Bronx
some
Finest.
fucking nasty bitches. I hope they all rot in hell.
Turkey babies.
All of them.
I feel like nasty and bad should be adjectives, not moods today.
It should be what?
All right, sunshine.
We shouldn't use those adjectives, nasty and bad, because they're too intermixable. And, you know, talking about some
Right.
nasty. At least bad. Maybe not nasty, but bad.
We're
I feel like
definitely
it's
gonna
definitely
use the
common.
word bitch a lot.
That's fair. They earned that title. Hell, I think we should maybe throw in a couple cuts. I don't know. We'll see.
Hey, you know that's one of my favorite words. So
Yeah, if you earned it, you're going to get it here.
for those of you who don't know what our favorite curse words are, go into the archives, find out. We got an episode on it.
Yeah, we talked about a lot.
We did, and it's gonna keep going. But
Cussed a
tonight
lot, too.
we're talking about the worst mothers in history.
Not the
We're
worst
just-
motherfuckers, so this is actually about women.
It is. It's about women. Horrible women.
You bitches.
Women who should have been. I feel like some of these, not some of them, all of these women, they should have brought back the fucking stoning and just let the whole fucking town or state that they live in just stone them to fucking death. The hanging, you get off too easy.
I don't think people have the constitution to do shit like that, but I feel you.
Yeah.
All right, well let's start this fucked up list we got here.
I say we should just bring back lions' dens, you know.
Let them fight it out.
Let's not waste food.
Because then we'll know for sure if God doesn't want them to be dead.
Right.
I like that one.
Or even, I mean, I know these were bad kings, but the big old furnace, that was another one. Shadrach, Meshach, we knew they were not,
And a Bendigo.
And a
What's up,
Bendigo.
Hey.
What's up, listen?
Hey, girl, hey.
We're drinking a true fruit punch tonight. We're gonna bring back these mixes to you guys. Some of you've been missing.
Oh. Melissa wants to get on the action. She wants to know
Let's jump right in. Who's first up?
which bad bitch is
Yeah.
next.
Let's see. Woman who has children does not take care of them. They shouldn't have children at all. Well, these fucking women here shouldn't have even.
Do anything.
They shouldn't have had sex.
They shouldn't even
like,
be with nobody.
They shouldn't have been
in
born.
a mental
These bitches
institution.
should have been swallowed or thrown in the toilet in the condom.
Coat hanger abortion.
Been a brown streak on the fucking sheet.
Hell yeah.
Ah,
They're a brown streak on this world.
that's
And let's
disgusting.
start with one of the fucking most vicious women on
That
this
was
list.
disgusting.
That was-
That was disgusting. Yeah, it was. Just a little bit.
Let's start with one of the most lethal women on this list. And her name is Diane Downs. Elizabeth Diane Downs is an American criminal who murdered her daughter and attempted to murder her other two children near Springfield, Oregon in 1983.
Is this the down by the river lady?
I don't know. I never heard her referred to as the Down by the River woman. We'll see.
One of these has got to be the actual lady who did that, who started that joke, which is so terrible.
Following the crimes, she made claims to the police that a man had attempted to carjack her and had shot the children. She was convicted in 1984 and sentenced to life in prison, plus 50 years. She briefly escaped in 1987, but was quickly recaptured. Downs was denied parole on 3 separate occasions, 2008, 2010, and last year in 2001. So that means this nasty monster bitch is still alive. And I mean, it didn't. The person who got this is the very first person that I know, and he shouldn't have got it. But this bitch definitely should have gotten an Abla Louima, and they should have put a fucking plunger in her ass every fucking day. Fuck this bitch.
Give her the little Nicky treatment of a pineapple up the ass.
Yeah. Set on a pine cone.
Well, let's get to the murders. On May 19th, 1983, Downs shot her 3 children and drove them in a blood-spattered car to Mackenzie Willett Hospital in Springfield, Oregon. Now, I've watched some stuff. I've been doing some research all week. And this fucking bitch, she thought she killed all 3 of her kids, but one of her daughters lived and her youngest son lived. The daughter testified and is the reason why she's in prison. And what she said in the testimony was that she seen her mother park the car by the lake. She got out the car and then went to the trunk. She went to the trunk. She came back. Pop, 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 pop. Shot all 3 of her kids. All because the man she was with didn't like children.
Oh, shit. That motherfucker.
Yeah.
He didn't say he hated children. He said he didn't like them. Like, damn.
Well, upon arrival to the hospital, Cheryl, age 7, was already dead. Danny, age 3, was paralyzed from the waist down. And Christy, age 8, has suffered she's the hungry like the wolf woman? I don't know that one.
It's a new one.
The wolf woman. We're going to have to look that up.
On the song?
Where was I? I lost my train of thought. She claimed that she was carjacked on a rural road near Springfield by a strange man who shot her and her children. However, investigators and hospital workers became suspicious because they decided that Downs' manner was too calm for a person who had just experienced such a traumatic event. She also made a number of statements that both police and hospital workers considered highly inappropriate. Suspicions heightened when Downs, upon arrival to the hospital to visit her children, phoned Robert Knickerbocker. Yeah, I can't make this shit up. Was the Knicks named after this guy?
No, dickhead.
The New York Knickerbockers. All right.
They were named after pants.
Ah, that makes sense. A married man. Babe,
Yeah.
read the comments.
I don't wanna
I
read
can't
it.
read the paragraphs and the comments.
Did she say she doesn't want to?
Yeah, she did. Now I know what you're talking about. Her son ended up being handicapped, and
right,
her daughter had
okay?
trouble speaking, and one of the other babies died. They actually had a movie of that. I forgot the name of it. Let's find out.
Rosemary's Baby? Was that it?
No, it wasn't Rosemary's Baby.
No. Close.
The forensic evidence did not match her story. There were no blood splatter on the driver's side of the car, nor was there any gunpowder residue on the driver's door or on the interior door panel. Knickerbocker also reported to police that Downs had stalked him and seemed willing to kill his wife if it meant that she could have him all to herself. He stated that he was relieved that she had left Oregon and that he was able to reconcile with his wife. Now, this bitch said out of 2 years, she slept with, what was it, 10 or 15
10
different
people.
men.
10.
Like, no, said 10.
It's a rookie.
She was like, that's not a lot. In 2 years? That's not a lot.
She had 10 different.
Fuck you mean? That's a lot.
That's
Is
something
Is
like
it though?
nowadays.
Like, we don't have a standard to really base it off of.
Said it was the song.
It sounds like a lot, but let's be honest. We don't know if that's a lot.
Down's two surviving children eventually went to live with the lead prosecutor on the case, Fred Hughey. He and his wife, Joanne, adopted them in 1986. Prior to her arrest, Downs became pregnant with a fourth child and gave birth to a girl whom she named Amy Elizabeth. A month after her 1984 trial, 10 days before Downs' sentencing, Amy was seized by the state of Oregon and adopted by Chris and Jackie Babcock, who subsequently renamed her Rebecca. As an adult, Rebecca appeared on the Oprah Winfrey Show and ABC's 2020, where she discussed how she felt about her biological mother. Rebecca wrote to Downs in her younger years and has stated that she regrets it, regarding her mother as a monster. Now, I did see that I seen that lady on a talk show, not these talk shows that they mentioned, another one. And it took her a while to find out who her father was, but she found out who her father was because her mother was a fucking murdering slore.
That's a good one, slore.
Let's oh, by the way, that's trademarked, right? Nobody steal.
That reminds me of
steal that slore.
Both need
I'm talking to you guys out there in internet land who will be listening to this later on throughout the states and other countries. We love you. Don't steal it. Now we're going to turn to the murder of Zachary Turner.
Oh, okay. Sir?
I'm good.
You okay?
I good.
Okay, just making sure.
Camera.
Now, before I get there, let me tell you what we're drinking. We got good old cran grape, topped off with a little bit of the BreakRoom's favorite grenadine. And we got 4 different vodkas here. Mango pineapple, dragon fruit melon, peach orange blossom, and apricot honeysuckle.
Are they American?
They 2 of them are. Maybe.
You should probably throw 2 of them out.
He said maybe.
I don't care, okay? 2 of them may be Russian.
I was referring to the American vodka.
Oh, I got 2 of them are Svedka, 1 is Kettle One, and the other one is Pinnacle. All right.
I don't think Kettle or Svedka are Russian. I think those are Norway, from Norway, but that's fine.
I thought Svedka was from Russia, but who cares?
Because it's
Vodka's vodka.
because of the name. You thought it was from Russia.
I've been rocking with Svedka since they had the fucking iRobot mascots.
I don't recall that, but Svedka is solid.
That was when they first came
That was the honey.
out. Sir, do you not see the plethora of liquors we have there? I don't have any, but I do have whatever.
So anything's not possible.
No. But I do got
Well, you heard it here, folks.
I mean, the
Anything is not
I
possible.
got the Douce, okay? The Douce. If you want some coke, we got the good stuff. Anyway,
Douce is better than Henny, so I'll give you kudos for that.
oh, that's crazy. Her mother said she should. I didn't hear her say that, but she did say she didn't want to have anything to do with her mother, and that her mother did try to reach out to her. But fuck that bitch. Here comes.
She told her mom, "I'll see you next Tuesday."
Shirley Jane Turner is a Canadian American daughter of U.S. servicemen and local home in St. Anthony, Newfoundland. She was raised with 3 siblings. Who gives a fuck where she raised? I don't care about her background either.
I mean, the background's kind of important.
You need to throw out the
Nah, bro, we don't care. You don't care about important shit.
Listen,
You care about content.
we are here from Mother Russia, okay? I support my
Throw the
cousin.
bottle out. Throw the bottle out after you drink it.
Zachary Andrew
Say you put it
Turner.
out.
Yeah.
I mean, recycle, I guess.
Why?
Wait, where did you
That's why
say
I said I
these?
guess.
You said these were from Newfoundland?
What?
These vodkas, where did you say they were
No, I think I said I thought they were from Norway, maybe Sweden or
from?
something.
Norway. Because I was going to say it's funny. Anyway, Zachary Turner was a boy from
Yeah, I thought you were going to say we're
Canada.
Canada. Okay.
Who was murdered by his mother, Shirley Jane Turner, in a murder-suicide. At the time, Shirley had been released on bail. And yes. Now, this bitch has way more to her story than just killing her son. She killed her husband. That's how she ended up in jail. She shot him in his back like 5 times. And then she went to jail and gave birth in jail. Her husband's parents adopted the baby. When she got out of jail, they had joint custody. So she took the baby and walked into the fucking ocean with him, where they both drowned.
What the fuck?
Giving her joint custody after they.
What?
I mean, this is clearly.
That was their son, no? That was their son.
The court gave her joint custody.
Like, that's where it's like, yep, and that's how the system's fucked up.
How do they not catch that sooner? Like, nah,
He murdered her husband.
I'll see that soon.
Like, don't give her baby. She doesn't have that. Oh, no, you fucked up and murdered somebody. Your husband.
First of all, she should have been in jail for life already for killing her fucking husband.
True. Definitely shouldn't have been out soon enough to have her baby.
Exactly.
She must have gave some great top to a warden or something.
Why would he want her to go then? If it
No,
was
that's stupid.
Hey, favors for favors. You can't keep a crazy bitch around that long. Gonna cause problems.
For real.
I mean, just look. He didn't want to get shot in the back, right?
That's her?
No,
That's the next
no, that's we're on to the next.
That bitch is, ooh,
Who's this bitch?
Lord. Why are they having babies with
Oh,
this lady?
oh my
It's
God.
not even about them being psycho alone. Either.
Rachel Grimmer is the next low life that we're gonna talk about.
Low life, motherfucker.
So
This bag of dog shit.
this bitch is a
Looks like
bag
it's
of
bag
dog
of dog
shit.
shit
Let
with
her
eggs.
fire.
This drum of cat piss.
Now, she was having problems with her husband. She was going through a divorce and going through a custody battle.
Okay, so most of America, no
Most
empathy.
of America. But she decides to take the kids and move to Texas without permission.
Of course.
So she goes to the Human Services office, Health and Human Services office, and tries to get food stamps for the kids. They deny her because she didn't have a court order to leave. She needed to stay where she was. Like any other Karen, she got belligerent and took a gun out of her purse. Standoff took hours. So many hours that her daughter was tweeting stuff like, "I'm bored," or "I might die today."
I'm bored and I might die today. Talk
She
about
was
a
there for
roller
hours.
coaster.
You know what I mean?
Talk about a roller coaster. Especially
look.
since that's your mob and you're still not sure if you're gonna die. Like, that's terrible.
Yeah, it's
Well-
all bad.
Let's see let's read the report from ABC News. A 12-year-old girl whose mother shot. No, they're gonna give it away. She shot them and killed herself in the welfare office because she couldn't get food stamps.
So much of what we
Wow,
talking
petty
about is
bitch.
like women's privileges from the government. Because she should have went to jail forever, the last lady, right? She should go
Right.
to jail forever for killing somebody.
For
And-
killing her husband, shooting him in the back.
Yeah, like
That's it.
women don't go to jail for as long as men do for the same crime, right? So
Right.
a murder is really not a big a deal. When a woman commits a murder on a man, it's not a big deal. It doesn't matter. She can always play it like, "Oh, I was the victim" or potential victim card.
It was self-defense.
Yeah,
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, that's a bullshit story.
Or done off of trauma. You know, they
yeah. He
like
used to beat
Amber
me,
Turd.
Mm-hmm.
and he might be he. It might have been true. We don't know, but it's not as true as they make it seem.
Wait, for Amber Turd?
For what?
No, he means.
In general? Okay.
In general.
I was gonna say,
No,
did
fuck
somebody type her name in there?
Justice for Johnny, Savvy.
I hope her next period is the worst one she's ever had in her life.
If she has any.
I hope I hope she dies from the same thing Elvis died from.
Shitting on the toilet.
Yeah, popping.
He's gonna die from shitting on the bed.
Nah, shame.
Mm-hmm. That
I
one.
hope when-
Oh, we
I hope
talking
when
about
it's
Turd.
kidney
Okay,
stones.
yeah, I agree.
I thought it was an overdose.
Who is overdosed?
Elvis.
Elvis.
Come on, man, keep up.
No, he died having an aneurysm on the toilet for pushing too hard. That's what happened. He had too many.
That's when stool soccer
banana
got
sandwiches.
real popular.
I bet.
It's disgusting.
Metamucil went from to oh my god, you don't.
As reported by ABC News, December 7th, 2011, a 12-year-old girl whose mother shot and critically wounded her before killing herself made several cryptic tweets on Facebook during a nearly 7-hour hostage ordeal at the Texas Department of Health and Human Services in Laredo, Texas. May die today, Raimi Marie Grimmer wrote on Facebook at 7:50 p.m. during the Monday night standoff. I am here for you guys. No reason to be afraid. Nancy Harper, who the girl listed as her grandmother, replied. I'm bored. Came in at 10:34 p.m. Now, hold up. Now, we all know these fucking health and human services buildings, they close at like 4:30, 5 o'clock. So this bitch turned into a big-ass hostage situation.
End up shooting her and her kids anyway. Like, oh, we can't eat, so we must die. That's what happens.
18 minutes after the I'm bored Facebook post came was and finally at 11:28 she wrote tear gas.
She's like live tweeting this or live
She's tweeting this as it's happening, bro.
What the? That's crazy. Get the fuck out of here.
Tear gas. What the fuck?
Shit, this makes
They're taking me down right now.
She fell on the floor like
No, they were two separate. Two separate.
They did separate their hands, yeah.
She was like, God help me.
Now,
you won't take my freedom. Stop it.
Oh my God,
Rachel
sorry.
Grimier,
Rest in peace.
38, like I said,
My bad.
pulled the gun on the welfare office supervisor, Roberto Reyes. Oh, Sunshine, that's your uncle. And her two children out of her frustration at being denied food stamps. The officer's other employees were able to safely evacuate the building, according to the San Antonio Express. A SWAT team surrounded the building. Officers communicated with Grimier through the ordeal. But at midnight, shortly after Grimmer hung up on the police, 3 shots were fired, causing the police to storm the building. Rachel Grimier was pronounced dead at the scene, while Raimi and her brother, Timothy 10, suffered critical head wounds and were transported to University Hospital in San Antonio.
She said it could be.
Grimmer's outburst was reportedly triggered after years of getting rejected for state assistance in various states. The newspaper reported the family had recently moved to Texas from Ohio. Stephanie Goodman, a spokesperson for the Texas Department of Health and Human Services, told ABC.com that Grimier hadn't been rejected. She had just received a notice that her case was closed, since she did not provide all of the necessary documentation during the department's 30-day time frame. You need to recertify. What the fuck? Read your mail. She absolutely could have applied again, Goodman said. Neighbors said that Grimmers lived in the trailer about 6.5 feet wide and 16 feet long. So not only were they fucking trying to get assistance, they were living in a trailer also. But what ABC forgot to mention was that she was running from her fucking husband. That's why she was in Texas. Well, Mrs. Grimier, fuck you, bitch. I hope you burn in hell. Moving on. Catherine Mary Knight. born October 24th, 1954. That's Jose's birthday.
That's
She's
my
the
grandmother's birthday.
Oh shit. She's the first Australian woman to be sentenced to life imprisonment without parole. She was convicted for the murder of her partner, John Charles Thomas Price, in February 2000 and is currently imprisoned in the Silverwater Women's Correctional Central in New South Wales. Knight stabbed Price to death, skinned him, and then put his skin on a meat hook. Now, this is why she's on this list. As right, she's like fucking living Leatherface in Australia.
Oh.
But this is why she's on this list. Because I know you guys are out there right now asking, but she killed her husband. Why is she on this list? She skinned him, then put his skin on a meat hook. She then cooked his head and parts of his body with the intention of feeding them to Price's children.
Wow.
But was stopped by police. Now these children weren't. They were.
I don't know. It sounds a bit like life in the outback to me.
I think I'd rather take my chances with a drop bear.
All right. If you don't have the bullocks to deal with a dingo, stay home then.
He's gonna get you.
Some of these bitches will have short stories that we can tell like that.
That's not a murder. This is a murder.
And you murdered with this kind of knife.
Now
The
these next
best
two
way to
women,
carve a human is, oh, sounds like the police. See you next time.
these next two women are two separate cases, but they are connected by two things. One, Satan, and two, the unbelievable statement that one of them would like to meet the other one.
Oh.
We'll get there. First up is Andrea Pia Yates. She's an American woman from Houston, Texas, who confessed to drowning her 5, count them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 children in the fucking bathtub on June 20th, 2001.
Disgusting.
She had been suffering for some time with severe postpartum depression, postpartum psychosis, and schizophrenia. Why the fuck does she still have kids? During her trial, she was represented by Houston criminal defense attorney George Parnell. Chuck Rosenthal, the district attorney in Harris County, asked for the death penalty in her case. Her case placed the Nathan rules along with the irresistible impulse test, a legal test for sanity under close public scrutiny in the United States. She was convicted of capital murder, but the jury refused the death penalty option. She was sentenced to life in prison with the possibility of parole after 40 years. Are you fucking kidding me?
Wow.
The verdict was overturned on appeal in light of false testimony by one of the supposed expert psychiatric witnesses. On July 26, 2006, so this fucking case lasted 5 years, a Texas jury in her retro found that Yates was not guilty by reason of insanity. She was consequently committed by the... Wait, what? How was she committed to the hospital if she was not... Oh, okay.
She's not guilty.
There we go. Not guilty by reason of insanity, and that she got taken to the fucking hospital.
Obviously.
But this bitch...
Oh, she's not guilty because she's insane. Okay, roam the streets now. Thank you. That's what you thought they were going to do?
Yeah.
Why would...
I mean, we've been proved wrong in this whole
know,
fucking episode
right.
so far, and we've been talking for a half hour on these miserable bitches. Now, this lady, she took the oldest first and went down the fucking line to kill her kids. She started with where is it here? She started with Noah. Then she went to go get her other son John. Noah was 7. John was 5. Then she grabbed Paul, age 3. Then Luke, age 2. And then her youngest and only daughter, Mary Deborah, who was only 6 months old. These kids had no chance in the world. And I believe the reason why she started with the 7-year-old was because he was the oldest at the time.
And he would have ran and told somebody.
Either he would have ran and told somebody, or he would have tried to stop her and made her life worse. You know what I mean? Fuck this bitch. She should have got the death penalty.
Sunshine, sick bitch.
Yeah, all these bitches are sick. All of them. And not the good kind of sick either.
Fucking spawned of Satan.
Now, she did this because Satan told her to do it. Satan told her to kill her kids.
I believe it.
To save their soul.
With all those biblical names she got for her babies, right?
Exactly. And that's that I didn't even tell you.
She's a fucking Eve in the face.
Bro,
bitch
I didn't
eating
even
apples and shit. Fuck out of here.
I didn't even tell you their fucking middle names. It was Noah Jacob, John Samuel, Paul Abraham, Luke David, and Mary Deborah, I told you.
Yeah, I know. I figured.
Okay. Now this next bitch, her name is Deanna Laney. Laney woke up one night in May 2003 and took Joshua to the yard of her home in New Capitol Hill. This one bothers me a fucking lot. She took Joshua to the yard of her new home in New Chapel Hill, Texas, where she lifted a huge rock. Now, they showed the rock in the trial. The fucking rock was like this big. And this
that was a concrete slab.
Yes, it was like a piece of a slab, bro. Or at
like
least
this bitch just dead ass just walked off with a piece of a sidewalk and said, "This would be good to hurt my kids with."
Right. Where she lifted a huge rock over her head and brought it down with all of her strength against his skull, killing him. She did the same to Luke later on. And she tried to kill her youngest son, Aaron, 14 months old, in the same way, but he survived. And he survived with severe head trauma and brain damage. During the investigation, Laney claimed God ordered her to bash in her son's heads. She was a member of the assemblies of very gruesome.
Why is it always gotta be people from the assemblies and shit? Jesus.
Look, this is why I'm not a fucking fucking big religious guy. You know what I mean? And I'm sorry for everybody out there that's good, that's listening to us and that are fans of us. And I don't want to lose anybody, but you know, religion has their own agenda, and I don't conform to none of it. But where was I? She was a member of the Assemblies of God Church, where she sang in a choir. A year earlier, she had told her fellow churchgoers that the world was coming to an end and that God had told her to get her house in order. Later on, she told the psychiatrist that she hoped she and Andrea Yates, the bitch that we just heard about, that drowned her 5 children in the fucking... Don't be coming over here because you're feeling our emotions. She hoped that her and Andrea Yates would end up working together as God's only witnesses at the end of the world.
Get the fuck out of here.
Oh, they're going to work together. They sure are. Hand in hand on the devil's cock. Fuck that bitch. Oh, my God.
You're a fucking idiot, Papa.
Papa, go over there, please. No dogs allowed, okay? You missed the sign. Moving on to more gruesome. Oh, where'd Talon go?
Hey, Billa.
Oh, man. It was too gruesome for him. I'm sure he'll be back. Susan Smith is an American woman who was convicted of murdering her two sons, 3-year-old Michael and 14-month-old Alexander, in 1994 by drowning them in South Carolina Lake. Now, the case gained international attention because in typical white bitch fucking fashion, she blamed it on a black man, saying that the black man kidnapped her sons during a carjacking. Her defense attorneys, David Brooke and Judy Clark, called expert witnesses to testify that she had mental health issues that impaired her judgment when she committed the crimes. Now, let me see if I can find her fucking... I don't want to because it fucking pisses me off, but I'm going to show you guys her news interview when she was... here it is right here. Come on, show me. Susan Smith News. Come on, show me.
Bless you. God bless you.
This bitch is Susan Smith is eligible for parole in 2024. Mm-hmm. Fucking bitch. Oh shit, there it is. Oh my god. I really can't stand this bitch. All right, let's share this footage real quick. And fuck you, YouTube and Facebook and whoever else is gonna claim copyright infringement. I am using the Information Act. I can play what I need to.
Mm-hmm. Mama loves you so much. And your daddy and this whole family love you so much. And you guys have got to be strong because you are, I just know, I just feel in my heart that you're okay. But you got to take care of it for my family. Is that we love you and miss you.
Yeah.
I think that was another bitch.
All right.
Now, she fucking went. Did you see those fucking crocodile tears, by the way? A mother.
What's up, Will? Appreciate you.
What's up, William?
There was no.
That's what crocodile tears are.
There was nothing.
It's the sound of you crying with no
That
tears.
bitch was smirking the whole time. She had a smirk. She wasn't trying to cry.
No, she wasn't.
She was laughing.
She's a fucking cunt whore.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Don't give a fuck.
Like slore. Use the word we came up with. Slore.
Slore. You fucking. Ugh.
It's a bag of plastic.
I feel like whore was more appropriate.
Yeah, but you know,
right.
going back to an earlier thing that Jason
I'm sorry,
mentioned.
it makes me
was
emotional that my boogers come out.
But you know, it brings us back to what Jason said before, how some of these women are not getting the same sentence as if a man would have done something like this, and for them to be actually fucking eligible for parole, like, are you fucking crazy?
Don't start. Don't do that.
Don't stop talking on my account, sir.
Oh well, you know, don't stop listening on my account.
I never stopped listening.
Why are you
I know.
You're mixing the liquors. You're gonna be throwing
Well,
up.
that was pretty
I'm not
much it.
taking care of you.
Jasmine, I am trying to say something. Damn it!
I'm sorry. I'm just telling him I'm not taking care of him. He's gonna throw up.
Are you drinking water? You eating food, my nigga? You'll be fine.
Did you?
No.
I'm eating food.
Need to drink some fucking water.
I know I'm supposed to be drinking 1 cup for every what is it? Every 2 alcoholic beverages.
Fuck the actual ratio. Just drink some water.
I'll drink. I haven't even finished.
See, that sounds
like that's too much water.
After this shot and this cup, I'll drink some water. I promise.
All right, but you gotta drink like more.
On October 25th, 1994. I don't know about that.
All right, well,
then I will have to wait in the middle of the night and pee, and I don't like to do that. I like to sleep.
Well, you're the motherfucker. So you want to get up and pee, or you want to get up and throw out your stomach? Like apparently, one sounds more comfortable to you than getting up and having to pee.
Right? Yeah, fuck it. Don't pee. Just throw up all night. That's much better.
If that's what you prefer, my nigga. drink
No, there's no
water.
throwing up all night. It's just
Mix
once,
some
and then it's
Barbarian
bad.
with the water if that's how you feel.
Damn, Jasmine, the cleanup in the morning must be crazy.
Right?
I don't do nothing.
Ripe in the morning.
Oh,
Rooster's crow.
She
That's
rolls
what I
over
do
to the
right
side
now.
that's unaffected by
I'm
vomit,
like,
and she go,
Good night.
you did that Kevin Hart shit? You saw it, but you went back to sleep?
Mhm.
You just roll them up in the blanket
I'm
and
like, you
toss
all right?
it.
And he be like, yeah. I'm like, all right.
She's a liar. She's a liar. She'll stay up all night just because she's scared I'm gonna die in my sleep.
Because you have asthma. That's different.
And sleep apnea.
Yes, I don't know. Maybe drink some water, bro. I don't know.
Hey, look, I'm already eating something way too late. I'm not supposed to be eating this shit this late.
It doesn't matter.
Drink some water. Stop making excuses to do other things besides
Right,
drink
like
water.
you do it. You're like a
Look at
woman
that.
right now. You're doing everything but answering the question of drinking more water right now.
All
like
those
they
things.
I shall drink some more
Pee at
water.
night.
Okay?
Okay.
How about just get a cup of water, put it in front of you, and just start there?
Right? Just look at it. Let it condense. Get attracted.
Actually, put water bottles by the bar so that way you can't act like you have to get up
There's
and
no
get it.
reason for you to say that's gross, Jasmine. Like that's why we pick on you. Ain't nobody have to say water's gross because they're weird like you are. But nah, you go out of the way to be like, ew, that's gross.
It is.
Well,
Weird.
speaking of water, October 25th, 1994, Smith reported to the police that her vehicle had been carjacked by a black man and drove away with her son still inside. For 9 days, she made dramatic pleas on national television for their safe return. However, following intensive investigation and a nationwide search for them, she confessed on November 3rd, 1994, to letting her car roll into the nearby John D. Long Lake. Whoa, there is a fucking joke there somewhere.
There she is. There it is. That's down by the river.
Drowning them inside. Her motivation was reportedly to facilitate a relationship with a local wealthy man named Tom Finley. Prior to the murders, he sent Smith a letter ending their relationship and expressing that he did not want children. She said that there was no motive, nor did she plan the murders, stating that she was not in a right state of mind. And that's only because the bitch didn't want to get what is that shit called?
I don't fucking know. I'm supposed to read your
Premeditated. You get premeditated, you could do the death penalty for that. Later, investigation revealed that detectives doubted Smith's story from the start and believed that she murdered her sons. By the second day of investigation, the police suspected that she knew their location and hoped that they were still alive. Investigators started to search the nearby lakes and ponds, including John D. Long Lake, where their bodies were eventually found. Initial water searches did not locate the car because the police believed it would be within 30 feet of the shore and did not search further. It turned out to be 122 feet from the shore. After the boys had been missing for 2 days, Smith and David were subjected to a polygraph test. The biggest breakthrough of the case was her description of the carjacking location. She had claimed that the traffic light had turned red, causing her to stop at an otherwise empty intersection. However, it was determined that the light would not have turned red for her unless a vehicle was present on the intersecting road. The beauty of fucking sensors. This conflicted with her statement that she did not see any other cars there when the carjacking took place. In 1995, David Brooke and Judy Clark served as co-counsel for Smith, and in their opening statement, Clark and Smith were deeply troubled and experienced severe depression. Clark told the jury, "This is not a case about evil. This is a case about despair and sadness. And wanting to get her fucking pussy scratched. Fuck that bitch."
I don't think she wanted it scratched.
She needed that itch scratched, right? And she wanted it scratched.
She was looking for more than than that.
Oh yeah, because he was a wealthy man. So
that's what she really wanted.
Where the fuck was I?
It's hard.
The defense's theory of the case was that Smith drove to the edge of the lake to kill herself and her 2 sons, but her body willed itself out of the car.
Okay.
The prosecution, on the other hand, believes she murdered her sons in order to start a new life with a former lover. It took the jury only 2.5 hours to convict her for murdering them.
That's a long time.
During the penalty
Should've been
phase,
like 5 minutes.
Tommy Pope, yeah, but they can't. They have to give her a chance.
There's no chance. She did it.
Prosecutor in the Smith case argued passionately in favor of sentencing Smith to death. The jury ultimately voted against imposing the death penalty. Smith's defense psychiatrist, what the fuck is going on? Diagnosed her with dependent personality
Sound it out,
disorder
buddy.
and major depression.
One syllable at a time.
Words are
Bro,
hard.
I knew what the word was. I just couldn't get the shit out.
Use your hands.
Yo, you
She was
gotta
incarcerated.
Syllable by syllable, bro. It's all right.
Fuck you, all right? Smith was incarcerated in the administrative segregation unit in the Camille Griffin Graham Correctional Institution in Columbia, South Carolina. During Smith's incarceration at Camille Griffin Graham Correctional Institution, 2 correctional officers, Lieutenant Houston Cagle, that is not your name, and Captain Alfred R. Rowe Jr. were charged after having sex with her. Consequently, she was moved to the Leith Correctional Institute in Greenwood. She'll be eligible for parole in 2024. And somebody please behead this bitch.
Hey, you, buddy. Come here. Come here. That's what she did. Come here.
This next case is tremendously heinous. And just me looking at this fucking case and this lady, every fucking hair on my body is standing up right now.
You mean the ones on your face?
Even the ones on my face.
It's weird.
This is the case of Mitchell Blair. She tortured her children and then hid their bodies in a freezer for years.
I hate this one the most.
Yeah, so do I. It was supposed to be a simple eviction, but as this is being reported by allthat'sinteresting.com because she doesn't have a wiki and she's not on the Murderpedia for some reason. It was supposed to be a simple eviction, but as authorities scoured Mitchell Blair's house, what they found ended up sending shockwaves through Detroit. In 2015, 35-year-old Mitchell Blair was living on the east side of Detroit with her 4 children when she was evicted for not paying rent. Well, then maybe she should have did what the other lady did and went down to the fucking welfare office.
For what that did? Time do nothing.
Relatives say she was unable to keep a job and would always call them for money. But those calls stopped when they refused to help and advised her to get a job and go back to school. She can't do both. Mitchell Blair was apparently disregarded. She disregarded their advice because on the morning of March 24th, 2015, she was served an eviction notice, but she wasn't there. That's when a crew from the 36th District Court went inside and began removing furniture from the home. What they removed next wasn't furniture, and it would send shockwaves through the community. Somebody should tell whoever wrote this that they're being redundant by repeating the same shit. Inside a white deep freezer located in the living room of the home was the frozen body of a teenage girl wrapped in a large plastic bag. When police arrived, they made yet another discovery: the body of a boy right underneath her. A neighbor didn't waste any time disclosing Mitchell Blair's whereabouts. Police found her at another neighbor's house with her 2 children, aged 8 and 17. But her other children, Stephen Gage Berry, 9, and Stony Ann Blair, 13, were missing. Yes, she had multiple baby daddies. After some brief questioning, Mitchell Blair was arrested for murder. When police took her away, they said she proclaimed, "I'm sorry." I believe that was bullshit. She never said she was sorry because during the trial, she proclaimed that she would do it again if she had the chance, and she had no remorse.
Who the fuck would she even be saying I'm sorry to? Her dead children? Like, shut the fuck up, God.
Or the children that are still alive.
Nah, no. Fuck you.
Mitchell Blair confessed to the murders at the Wayne County Circuit Court. She told Judge Dana Hathaway that she killed her demons after finding out they were raping her youngest son.
What? Did you hear about the Connecticut woman
Did I hear about the Connecticut woman who has been accused of killing her 6-week-old infant son by suffocating him with a blanket for 20 minutes and waiting hours before calling 911?
You can't, Joe.
Now you can read because I was gonna
come on now. He's trying real hard to read these articles, and you're not reading these comments at all.
I was gonna read it, and he was like, not fast all of a sudden.
I'm in a groove right now. I'm in a groove.
You heard it, Junkers. 50 minutes into the show is when Jasmine will read your comments, so save them for then.
That's the best time when Jason reads his best.
So, why I gotta read it out loud for him? You can read it, so I put it up for you to read it.
Now that claim has never been substantiated. The claim of her those two kids raping the youngest was never substantiated. Blair said she returned home one day in August 2012 to find her son stimulating sexual activity using dolls. Simulating. There's no T there. It was then when Blair asked him, "Why are you doing that? Did anybody ever do that to you?" When he told her that his brother Steven had, she went upstairs to confront him. Blair said he confessed, and that's when she began punching and kicking him before placing a garbage bag over his head until he lost consciousness. Blair stated that she reportedly poured scalding water on his genitals, causing his skin to peel off. Oh my God. Circumcision by scalding hot water.
No.
She later made Steven drink Windex and wrapped a belt around her son's neck, lifted him up and asked, "Do you like how this feels?" Choked with a belt. Blair said he lost consciousness again. After 2 weeks of torture, Steven succumbed to his injuries on August 30th, 2012. Mitchell Blair put his body in her deep freezer. 9 months after murdering Steven, Blair said she found out that Stoney was also raping her youngest son. That's when she began starving Stoney and brutally beating her until she died May 2013. She was going to turn herself into the police, she said, but when her youngest son told her that he didn't want her to go, she made other arrangements. Mitchell Blair put Stoney's body in a plastic bag and stuffed her in the deep freezer on top of Steven and continued living in the home as if nothing were amiss. Stephen Gage Berry and Stoney Ann Blair were in the deep freezer for almost 3 years. Time the fuck out. Time out.
I'm not gonna lie, this almost sounds like some type of fucked up Japanese anime.
What?
Like listening to this story, it's so crazy and like fucked up and random, and yet like she's saying shit like her kid after killing the two siblings are like, "I don't want you to go, mommy." It sounds like some shit you'd see in an anime where you're like, I didn't want to see this one. This is too far. I feel like I'm 2 episodes away from tentacle porn. You know what I mean? Like it seems like the fucked up type of Japanime shit. Like, because it sounds so crazy. It just doesn't sound like something that could happen, you know? It's just wild.
I don't understand how it could happen either. DCF didn't notice that these kids weren't going to school.
Nobody gave a fuck, though? You know what I mean? Like,
Noticed,
nobody gave a fuck.
Nobody.
It's crazy how nobody gives a fuck until it's too late to give one, you know?
How do you live for 3 years? How do you live with yourself for 3 years knowing your kids are in the fucking deep freezer, bro?
Where are your kids at? Oh, they're chilling at home. Like, get the fuck out of here.
They're homeschooled. I'm homeschooling.
Not by your dumbass.
Right? Like, who's teaching them?
You didn't even fucking bury them. You fucking put them in a deep
Are you
freezer.
blowing a tutor? Because you definitely don't have money.
I'll show you. I'll show you a picture of her. Ain't no tutor's gonna let her blow them.
Right there for them to find.
Hey, look, I didn't say a good tutor.
Well, this is where I said that the detective or cop, whoever the fuck she said I'm sorry, was a fucking liar, and they should be bitch slapped by Will Smith. Blair told the judge that she did not feel any remorse over her actions. They had no remorse for what they did to my son. There was no other option. There's no excuse for rape. I would kill them again. Prosecutor Karen Goldfarb stated that they
tortured them.
They found no evidence of rape. Now, excuse me if I'm wrong, but won't the signs of rape heal after 3 years?
Maybe.
I'm just saying.
Possibly, but not necessarily.
That I am in no way, shape, or form trying to fucking stick up for this bitch, because she should have gotten the death penalty too. Wayne County Circuit Judge Edward Joseph terminated Mitchell Blair's parental rights, of the surviving children. Child Protective Services saw to it that the children were put up for adoption. Mitchell Blair pleaded guilty in June 2015 to 2 counts of first-degree premeditated murder and is now serving a life sentence at the Huron Valley Correctional Facility in Michigan, because I am not saying that fucking town's name, without the possibility of parole.
Sounded out right.
YPS Ypsilanti.
Sounds
I don't give a fuck. Whatever. This bitch was probably the most heinous out of all of them that we're covering today. I think we got about 3 more that we're going to cover today, but oh my God.
The one with the rocks is pretty crazy too.
It is, but torture, bro. She tortured these kids.
No, that's a
the
whole
same
other
kids,
animal.
the same kids that she mothered when they came out of her. She can look at them in the same fashion with no remorse in her heart and torture them, bro. That's your babies. That's why I hate her the most. All right, at least these other bitches killed their kid or tried too quick. This one's really trying to watch them be tortured in front of herself. Like that's a whole nother level of evil.
And she thought herself right because she's defending another one of her children. These are all your children. If this is what really happened and they were raping your younger son, then you need to get them help. Get your younger son help first. But they need help. You don't fucking torture and kill them. If you want them to be punished, then you get them arrested.
We see why though.
Because all of that torture is going to happen in jail if they can convict them.
Who's to say she wasn't hitting them and torturing them like that before all of this happened?
Right.
Right, yeah.
So
yeah. She could have had a track record.
She went to the extreme this time because she felt like they raped her kid. But before, who's to say she wasn't doing shit crazy before that? Just she didn't kill them. She just did extreme shit.
Super extreme. And then hid them in a fucking deep freezer.
But didn't they go to evict her? That's my whole thing. She knew that was happening. She's like, oh yeah, come get the freezer.
No.
Don't worry about it.
No. She was in somebody else's house, a neighbor's house, when they came to evict her. She didn't know she was being evicted at that moment.
Okay.
When they took all her shit out to put it on the street.
What?
Who the fuck is that?
Where? Right here?
Oh, Menace. I was like, who the fuck? It says Facebook user.
Alrighty.
Brother, their address is multiple correctional facilities or fucking hell.
Super big.
This next bitch is named Teresa Riggi. A mother who admitted killing her 3 young children at their Edinburgh home has been jailed for 16 years. Teresa Riggi, 47, had pleaded guilty to the charge of culpable homicide on the grounds of diminished responsibility. She was originally charged with murder. And if these charges sound weird, it's because they are. It's over there in England and shit. Britain. It's in Britain. Her 8-year-old twins, Austin and Juan Luca, and their 5-year-old sister, Cecilia, were found dead at their flat in Slateford Road on August 4th, 2010. They were found with stab wounds after a suspected gas explosion at the flat. The family had moved to Edinburgh from Skene in Aberdeenshire following the breakup of her marriage to the children's father, Pasquale Riggi. In a statement read out by a spokesman from Victim Support Scotland. Hold on. This fucking text is a little too small for my eyes. Aha, there we go. Much better. All right, where was I? In a statement read out by spokesman from Victim Support Scotland outside the High Court in Glasgow, Mr. Riggi said, "The horrific manner in which my children died will leave an indelible mark on the rest of my life. As a father, my natural instincts were geared towards safeguarding my children from the dangers of this world. It pains me to the core that I was unable to protect them from the selfish, brutal, and murderous act that ended their lives so unfairly. There is no justification to this heinous crime, repeated 3 times, nor is there any sentence that can provide justice for the overwhelming loss of 3 lives and the subsequent painful grief and devastation caused to surviving family and friends." Passing sentence at the High Court in Glasgow, Lord Brackadale, these fucking people got some weird ass names. Lord Brackadale said,
important, okay?
"The result of these acts is a devastating family tragedy. The father of the children, Pasquale Riggi, and the wider family have been left utterly bereft by the loss of the children. And you, who had a genuine but abnormal and positive love for your children, have lost them and are brought to this sorry pass." He said that while Riggi's responsibility had been diminished, she was still responsible for her actions. The effect of the diminished responsibility is to reduce these crimes from what would have been exponentially wicked crimes of murder to what are still very serious crimes of culpable homicide, he said. The number and nature of the stab wounds to each child is indicative of a truly disturbing degree of violence, which, in order to bring about the deaths of 3 children, must have been sustained over a significant period of time. It is difficult to invade the physical commission of such acts. He added, they were ghastly and grotesque acts. He sentenced her to 18 years in prison, but reduced it by 2 years due to her early plea. The sentence will be backdated to August last year. He recommended Riggi be deported at the end of her sentence. Last month, the High Court in Edinburgh heard California-born Riggi had been protective mother who was involved in a custody battle where her estranged husband over access to the children. So this bitch, I believe her husband wanted to leave her and he wanted to take custody of the kids. And she went into the room and stabbed the kids 5 times each. 1 room, 3 kids, 5 times each.
That's why he was like, I need to take my kids out of there because this bitch is dumb.
Bro, that's beyond psycho. None of these cases were easy. None of them. But to shoot somebody from a further distance is way easier Way easier.
It's not as personal.
Exactly. She stabbed these kids 5 times. She had to get up close and personal to the children that came from her fucking womb.
See what I mean? See what I mean? Like that personal attention to harm and delay it, like torture. Like, how the fuck can you do that to your babies, bro?
Bro, I got 3 girls, and when
she really wanted to do that to the fucking ex-husband.
probably
That's why.
when I need to discipline my girls, it sucks, brother. I don't want to do it. I fucking hate doing it. So I yell way more than I do it. But to fucking have the gall, the balls. You know how low her fallopian tubes have to fucking hang for her to have the big old balls for her to fucking stab her children up close and personal like that? I personally hope that this bitch was deported back to California where she was born. So those bitches in those correctional facilities can fucking jig her with them fucking melted down toothbrushes and leave that shit inside of her.
Yo, these people do not deserve parole.
No, she fucking hung herself. She hung
jumped
herself
off the balcony and tried to kill herself, and she didn't die.
Yes, no, you're right. But that was when they found her. So she tried to do a murder suicide. She stabbed the kids, and then she which I don't understand how this is possible, unless the fucking house was like 1 story. And then why are you even trying to jump to your death? Because it said that she jumped, and when she jumped, she tried to jump head first, but was caught by a neighbor. Unless the neighbor was Andre the Giant, I don't understand how the fuck
How the fuck he got caught.
How long you was standing there for somebody to see you? Like, oh no, don't jump, stop it.
Right? You fuck around, just catch you like, I got you, buddy.
Don't worry, I'm here to save the day.
No.
And really,
super neighbor.
Really, you fucked up.
Do you need a cup of sugar? I'm on the way. Don't die.
18-year-old Melissa Drexler gives birth to a baby boy in the bathroom stall at an Aberdeen Township banquet hall in New Jersey during her high school prom.
I told you about that.
Maintenance workers call. Oh yeah, look, I heard about this, and I don't really want to comment on this because it's still going right now. I'll finish it though. At an Aberdeen Township banquet hall in New Jersey during her high school prom, maintenance workers were called to clean up blood found in a stall, discover a bag in the garbage with a dead baby inside. An autopsy later revealed that the baby had been born alive, but had been strangled to death.
Disgusting ass people, man.
She said the baby was born dead, and she just threw it out because she didn't want nobody to know. Yes, Debbie, I heard about that. It's sickening. But that bitch will get hers. She's gonna go to jail in New Jersey, and this is something that's happening now, right now, and for real time. Gregorian calendar America. It is disgusting. Well, Teresa Riggi killed herself in prison, so the bitch didn't do anything. What's going on?
Hey.
What's up, Alyssa?
Yeah, fucking horrible.
Yeah,
Sorry.
very much so. On to the next case. We have 2 more cases, and the last case is a case of a bitch that everybody knows. But let's turn to Mary Beth Thinning. Now, this bitch takes the fucking cake.
You said that about all of them, but okay, go ahead.
She killed 11 kids out of a span of like years, and nobody did shit.
Well, they were her own kids, right?
They were her kids.
Yeah.
What about all those mothers that poorly raised their children and but dying? How many did they kill? No, I'm just fucking with you. That's crazy. Is she a foster parent in this? Because that's I hope it's not all her like birth children.
Yeah, they all came out the cuckoo.
Oh fuck. Yo, what's wrong with y'all, Jasmine? Drink water. That's why y'all be freaking the fuck out.
Just dehydrated, angry people.
Yeah, definitely dehydrated.
She,
After 11
she
fucking
said
kids, who
definitely.
the fuck won't
She
be
said
dehydrated
definitely.
after 11
And
kids?
says ew to water. That's fucking maniacal.
It's fucking gross. All right? Don't be mad.
Again. Jay, bro,
Yep.
just let me know. You know, just like clap 3 times in an episode if you ever in distress. All right. That was 2. I'm watching, Jazz. I'm watching for the 3rd one, Jazz. Until then, I guess have fun.
Okay. I got a weapon here. Don't worry about it.
Excuse me,
You're about to be added to that
I
list.
need another
That's
fucking
very
drink.
nice.
After these
Is that
fucking-
weapon the empty American vodka you dumped out?
No. I've come to the conclusion that unless I drink half the bottle, vodka really doesn't do it for me. So I'm going
It's
back.
because you're drinking shitty vodka.
Yeah, it does have less of a delay than YouTube.
Yo, honestly, you can get cheap Russian
yeah.
vodka that will hit better than that shit, I bet. No lie.
Yeah, probably because cheap Russian vodka is like 100 proof.
It's no, you can buy some Taka.
The fuck is Taka?
I'd go
It's
buy
true.
some.
A lot of people said that on YouTube, that
All
their
right.
comments come up late.
All the comments, I'm not sure
It's better
because
on Facebook. They said.
unfortunately I don't watch these live because I'm too busy hosting, so I'm not sure. But I'll take your word for it. Facebook, I think, is because Facebook is the first stream. That's why.
Why are you telling me? Tell them.
So
They're the ones who saying that.
we go
Telling
we
me
go
to
live
tell.
on 4 different platforms at the same time. So we're right now. Excuse me.
Yep. What?
The 5 of us are here on StreamYard,
What's going on?
right? StreamYard takes these streams and streams it across Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter all at the same time. So I'm guessing it goes by the order.
Not you. She's saying that because I said that.
Oh, I'm guessing.
He's slow.
Yeah, I'm
for
slow.
this one.
And then when the liquor comes in here.
No, even without the liquor.
Oh, fuck you. Okay. Let's get back to it. This one is going to be very hard. The last one is harder because I want to kick the bitch in her face.
Is it Casey Anthony?
It's Casey Anthony. Yes.
It has to be Casey Anthony.
The last one is
wait.
Casey
But
Anthony, yeah.
does she
$1
take
million
the
to
cake?
Dre.
Does she take the cake?
No, Casey Anthony does not take the cake, but she can
He
take
has the pie.
He would have said that if I didn't say
Does she
anything.
have the baked good?
She got the muffin.
for what
She
she
got,
said,
she got your muffin, Jay?
I ate the muffin.
she ate my muffins.
Yeah, Jason. If you go back in the archive, you'll see exactly when she.
Well, you know what? Consider that muffin part of your Mother's Day present. Happy Mother's Day, babe. It's
That's
after 12.
Thank you.
I love you.
But that's a piece of shit Mother's Day.
Yeah.
What kind of shit
And watch
is
him
that?
watch her go to sleep like.
Yeah, fuck
Go to
that
sleep.
puta.
Sí, fuck that cunt. How do you say que dice es un palabra pa cunt en español?
You just said it. Cunt.
Oh, still cunt? That's disappointing. I thought it'd be something better.
Cunt's not a real word.
Cunt is universal.
Yeah, but they got something.
Certain
for
words
cunt.
cannot be translated in Spanish. That's when you just say it. What it
Certain
No, I
is.
know.
words shouldn't be translated in anything. You should just call it what it is. And if you're a cunt, you're a fucking cunt. That's it.
Right.
If you a puta, you a puta.
Sunt ass bitch.
Look at this fucking list we gotta go
Go
down.
fuck yourself with a hair dryer.
We're still on Mary Beth.
Put it on the turbo. Put some
I thought we
glass
were
in
waiting on
your
Anthony
ass.
next.
person. Which is
Fuck
that?
you.
Casey's the last one that we were gonna talk about because she was kind of like the most recent of this list.
Right? That we know about in this century. I can't imagine what y'all motherfuckers did in the medieval times. I now understand where dark ages come from.
Bro, Jasmine just said
I
something
said the
about those
same
dark
thing.
age times where some bitch did something to her daughter because her daughter was getting pretty. Was she?
Yeah, I bet they were real jealous
She
about that.
stretched
back
her
then.
arm out and she like put her feet like I guess cemented it to the ground and stretched her.
Right?
Yeah,
Well,
no, that sounds like something that would happen. They all look like fucking
It's
fuck.
like, oh my god, you have a beautiful body, you pretty, you must die.
Y'all seen the pretty people in those paintings? Fuck, you know?
They're fucking idiots.
Whew. It's like, yo, those what humans look like? Evolution must be real.
yeah, fuck that puta.
Mary.
But fuck this puta too. Mary Beth Thinning.
Che chingota.
We're gonna set the scenery for Schenectady, New York, in 1985.
Gotta love
This
that name.
Schenectady.
Yeah. Such a weird ass name.
If
but-
I didn't live in New York and already knew what it was, I probably would have butchered that.
Schenectady. It's because I'm in Connecticut adjacent that I've heard how it's supposed to be said by y'all.
Schenectady.
I've heard of Schenectady before because that's where Mike Tyson used to train when he was younger. But yeah, weird place.
No shit.
Weird name. Mary Beth Thinning smothered her 3.5-month-old daughter in 1985.
So you're just gonna get off with the whole thing. You know, build up on this one.
There's no build up on this one. Oh, you want to build up? This
I'm
lady
just saying
kept
that this,
going to the
like, you
hospital.
started first sentence. What'd she do? Smothered her baby.
Bro, this is where it starts. That's the first fucking thing. And that's how they came to know about all of these other ones. Watch. Just watch.
All right.
Mary Beth Thinning in Schenectady, New York in 1985 smothered her 3.5-month-old daughter. And though she confessed to also killing 2 of her sons, she is suspected in the death of all 8 of her children, who originally had been thought to have died of natural causes, dating back to 1972. All of Thinning's children died before their 5th birthday. Thinning, now 59, is serving 20-year prison sentence.
She was trying to birth the Antichrist. That's what she was doing. Evil bitch.
She is Mary Beth Thinning is an American prisoner currently serving a sentence of 20 years to life after being convicted of the murder of one of her children. She would murder her own kids so she could get sympathy from others. Mary Beth Rowe was born in Dunsburg, a small town in New York. She and her younger brother attended Dunsburg High School, where she was a typical student. Her father, Alton Rowe, worked as a press. I don't care about her fucking early life.
But
That shit matters.
how the chemicals made it this crazy.
She tried to kill herself several times as a child. I guess that's what they wanted us to know. Over the next few years, she worked in a series of low-wage jobs. Eventually, she became a nurse's aide at Ellis Hospital in Schenectady. In 1963, she met Joe Thinning on a blind date. The couple married in spring 1965. And here comes every single one of her children's deaths, starting with Timothy. On Thanksgiving Day in 1973, she gave birth to a son, Timothy. On December 10th, 3 weeks after his birth, Timothy was brought back to the same hospital. He was dead. Thinning told doctors she found him lifeless in his crib. Doctors found nothing medically wrong. His death was officially attributed to SIDS.
It's fucked up. She was like, I ain't got no turkey for you for Thanksgiving, so this is what I do.
No, I know somebody that lost their child to SIDS, and this is not something to fucking just plead just because you want to fucking kill your children.
That's the
Her cover up was SIDS back in 1973.
5, because they wouldn't investigate in it.
2 years later, on March 30th, 1975, Easter Sunday, Thinning gave birth to her 4th child, Nathan, on September 2nd. She showed up at St. Clair's Hospital with the baby dead in her arms. She said she was driving in the car with the baby in the front seat when she noticed that he had stopped breathing. Again, there seemed to be no explanation for his death. His death was also attributed to SIDS. In 19
motherfucker.
No, they're not gonna. If they don't know from that, especially on that time, they're like, oh, well, you know.
No, they fucking know.
Yeah, like you got to get suspicious after a while. The fuck?
But did she go to the same hospital each time? I didn't hear that though.
No, I think she was in different states.
Yeah, that's why. Because if it would have been the same hospital, they definitely would have been like, nah, something's fucking happening. She went to different hospitals. They're not gonna catch on to that at all. They don't even know about the other kids.
In 1978, the couple made arrangements to adopt a child. The same year, Thinning became pregnant again. The Thinnings did not cancel the adoption and chose to keep both children. In August 1978, they received a baby boy, Michael, from the adoption agency. 2 months later, on October 29th, she gave birth to her sixth child, Mary Frances. In January 1979, Thinning rushed Mary Frances to the emergency room, directly across the street from her apartment. How fucking convenient. This bitch killed so many kids, she decided to just make her life easier and move across the street from the hospital.
She's like, I'm gonna have this baby and I'm gonna have to go over here. And then after I do that, I'm gonna have to move again. So that way they won't know.
She said the baby had a seizure. The staff were able to revive her. However, on February 20th, Thinning came running into the same hospital with Mary Frances, who was brain dead. Once again, Thinning said she had found the baby unconscious and did not know what had happened to her. Her death was also attributed to SIDS.
They're fucking dumb. I'm insane.
So every time she does this, she goes to a new hospital and they don't have any way to come on.
No, because it's
Right?
really, if you go to a new hospital, if
I mean,
you
it
don't
was the
give them
70s.
your health history, they're not gonna fucking know nothing unless you.
Yeah, they can't cross-reference it back in the 70s either. They didn't have the technology.
Exactly.
Right, because you would have to send a stupid-ass orderly to the next hospital to get those.
Mm-hmm.
Back then, everything was done in paper forms. I don't know how fast you can fill that shit out. Like, I think this bitch is doing something.
Nah,
See if she says
that's
SIDS.
crazy.
That's exactly why it was so many children, and it's the same thing every single time.
But wait, there's more.
Mm-mm.
Once Mary Frances was buried, Thinning once again became pregnant. On November 19th, first of all,
Who's having sex?
Who's
with
this
fucking
bitch,
Yeah,
her husband.
And how he don't know that all these babies is dying and he don't fucking ask questions?
This bitch is fertile as fuck. I'll tell
I
you
was
that.
thinking that too, but that's kind of crazy and gross to say.
That she's fertile? She's fucking fertile as shit.
Yeah, but like, never mind.
Like she's just getting pounded. Who the fuck is pounding this bitch out?
I'm saying we don't even know what she looks like.
Like, yo, pull up a
Oh,
picture.
no, I know
Pull
what
up
she
a
looks
picture,
like.
bro.
You don't
Pull up a
wanna-
picture. I don't know why you haven't pulled up pictures of all these stupid fucking bitches. At the end of this, just do a top all of them. Just show us a picture of this one, and this. Just go through it so we can just roast these hoes.
I got you. I got you. Fuck, there was one that I didn't write down on this shit, and that was the bitch that fucking shot her kids. I forgot her fucking name. Downs, yes, Downs. Remember that.
I know, because that's a piece of shit last name, Down. What the fuck? Would have been tight. Like, nah.
November 19th.
She's a good person.
November 19th, she gave birth to her seventh child, Jonathan. In March 1980, so November, December, January, February, March, the boy was fucking 4 months. She showed up at St. Clair's Hospital with Jonathan unconscious. Like Mary Frances, he was successfully revived. Due to the family's history, Jonathan was sent to Boston Hospital, where he was thoroughly examined. The doctors could find no valid medical reason why the baby simply stopped breathing. Jonathan was sent home, and a few days later, Finnan returned to the hospital with Jonathan, and you guessed it, he was brain dead. Jonathan died on March 24th, 1980. Oh, what a fucking surprise. His death was not attributed to fucking SIDS.
I mean,
they did see the child come before.
And they sent him fucking home. So, I mean, they're going to say it's it? No.
Fucking
They were like,
SIDS.
this bitch killed him, and then she moved. And they don't know where she went. That's the only thing.
But wait,
There's more.
There's more. Less than 1 year later, on the morning of March 2nd, 1980, Thinning showed up at her pediatrician's office with Michael, her adopted child. I said 1981.
No, he said 1980.
Oh, whatever.
Get it right.
Her adopted child, then two and a half years old. He was wrapped in a blanket and unconscious.
Oh, this one is not hers.
This was the one that she adopted right before Mary Beth.
Okay.
Mary Beth? Yeah, Mary Beth. Mary Beth?
Oh my God.
Or was it Jonathan? I don't know, but this was the one she adopted. She told the doctor that she could not wake Michael and had no idea what was wrong. When the doctor examined Michael, he was already dead. Since Michael was adopted, the long suspected theory that the deaths in the Thinning family had a genetic origin was discharged.
What?
Discarded. Last but not least.
Hey, Jasmine, buy him a nice dinner this week. This has been a hard one for him to read through, and I really feel for him.
Hey, I didn't mess up as many times as I usually do.
No, that's what I'm saying. You've really been powering through this, and I see you just like, you know it, but you know.
Hey, I'm trying to get
I'm
trying to get those damn jobs that I fucking applied
for. Find a steak, cook him a steak with some butter, put it in the oven, make a nice Nutella.
I just want to make it clear, when you do fuck up, that one word
God
difference
damn it,
is a
Jasmine.
big
Can it
difference.
not be about you?
It's gonna be about me. It's fucking Mother's Day, Talon. God fucking damn it.
Did
Can I
I
have one
say-
day?
Jesus,
Shit.
I didn't say do this for him tomorrow, bitch.
I'm
I
not
said
doing
do
it
this
in
for
the
this-
week either. No, fuck. It's Mother's
Yo, you know
Day.
what, Jay? I
Mother's
might be
Day.
glad he hurt you like with number 11 on this list. I'm gonna back down.
Yeah, dude.
He's already not drinking water. I don't want her to think that we don't think he deserves Mother's Day. Like, obviously you do, Jazz. Why did you think I mean Sunday? God damn. I just said buy this man a steak.
No, I don't want to.
All right, man. I'll send you $10. Go buy yourself a steak.
What the fuck kind of steak am I buying for $10?
You ain't got no good shit. I got a good ass piece. I'll show you a picture of a New York strip I got for $9.
That's not a steak. Just so you know, it's not. I don't know what the fuck you eating for $9.95.
It might be some screef, but you know what? I saw Sylvester Stallone enjoy a rat burger one time, and so I'm willing to try it out.
A rat burger?
What?
You're not a Demolition Man, though, bro.
That's disgusting.
Why? Well, why? You know what? To each their own, bro. As long as you can cook it and it tastes good. You're not.
Hey, it's all about seasonings. Just look at all these fast food restaurants, bro. You seen that video about the microplastics and them nuggets? But anyway,
Right. All that plastic in there, right? I seen that shit, and that's fucked up because I love fucking McDonald's nuggets.
That's what I'm saying. Like this can't be. This is at the same level, but like meat.
Yeah, he said he loves McDonald's nuggets.
That was the very last thing from McDonald's that I actually eat.
What? Was in them?
Check your blood for plastics now.
It's gonna be in there regardless.
Right.
It's probably in all gummies though, so I ain't tripping. I'd be fucked.
Yeah, gummies are terrible for you.
Yeah, but goddamn delicious.
Right.
That's
fucking terrible.
I don't like gummies. Ew. Disgusting.
Yeah, I hate them too.
Jasmine, nobody asked what you don't like, but you keep going.
She's a liar.
Ew.
She's a liar. She eats more gummies than she drinks water.
No, I don't.
That's crazy.
Where you get your
You're fucking
content.
lying.
Damn, yo, Tyler is out. Yo, he's
14
powering
years
through
and I
Jasmine's
eat gummies?
bullshit the way she's powering through
14
not wanting to
years
drink
and
water.
I eat gummies, you fucking lying.
Hey yo, this is just an honor of
just wanted
Kevin
to make a
Samuels,
joke
you
about
know.
my water.
R.I.P. my guy. You did a lot for the whole movement.
lie
That's
about
why I'm just talking over Jasmine right now because I'm just
Right?
doing this in honor of you, and I ain't trying to
What's
hear
up with me?
what
I'm
you're
not
Jasmine.
looking y'all. I'm
saying.
talking
Tomorrow,
to
Mother's Day.
You see
Jason.
how it works? I haven't even changed my tone or my level, but she just got
I don't
real
care.
loud. So you know
I
what?
will
R.I.P.
get
bro.
out.
I ain't saying everything you did was right, but you was doing right. So
Changing her tone. Welcome to married life, sir.
My nigga, I've been there before. Remember?
Right?
Yes, sir.
shit.
Yes, sir. I apologize. Let's move on to the very last
That made it very silent.
child. On August 22nd, 1985, Thinning gave birth to her 8th child, Tammy Lynn. On December 19th, next door neighbor Cynthia Walter, who was also a practical nurse, went shopping with Thinning and later visited her home. Later that night, Walter received a frantic telephone call from Thinning. When Walter arrived, she found Tammy Lynn laying on a changing table. Walter testified that the child was not moving and she could not feel any pulse or breathing. At the emergency room, the baby was pronounced dead.
That's it.
Suspicion mounted against Thinning, who was always alone when the children died, but there wasn't any evidence of wrongdoing. However, after a police interrogation, Thinning confessed to smothering Tammy Lynn, Nathan, and Timothy, which she later retracted. She denied having harmed the other children. She was convicted in Tammy Lynn's case and sentenced to 20 years to life in prison. Her first attempt for parole was in March 2007. At the parole board meeting, Thinning said, "I have to be honest. The only thing that I can tell you is that I know that my daughter is dead. I live with it every day." She continued, "I have no recollection and I cannot believe that I harmed her. I can't say any more than that." Her parole was denied. In late January 2009, Thinning went before the parole board for the second time. Thinning stated, "I was going through bad times when she killed her daughter. I was going through bad times when she killed her daughter." The parole board again denied her parole.
Do some coke.
Stating that her remorse was superficial at best. Thinning was eligible for parole again in January 2011, and in 2011 was denied again. Her next opportunity for parole was in January 2013, and that's where they stopped editing this. So what I'm going to say is, fuck Mary Beth Thinning. How you only going to fucking try to have remorse for one child? You killed 8 kids, bitch. 8 kids.
Maybe one of them looked like they might be the Antichrist.
Fuck that, bro. Even fucking Damien's mother didn't try to fucking kill him. No, I think she
That's
did.
because she doesn't try to birth the Antichrist. That's why she got the Antichrist, obviously. Don't you understand, like, pathos and all that shit?
He doesn't do that much reading, man. Give him a chance.
You know, it's all right. He's doing plenty of reading. We ain't going to take away from
Let him
Jason.
power through this, man, and we'll get there. I got you, Jason. Yeah, I ain't gonna let him do that to you.
I wasn't even going for it. What you talking about?
I'm gonna leave you now. No, you're good.
But not on some real shit. Real quick, is she alive still?
Oh shit! I just exited out. Let me see.
Hold
Oh,
control.
we may never know now.
No,
Just like the licks on the Tootsie Pop. Do y'all know how many licks it takes? I've gotten as far as like 15, 20 maybe.
It's definitely more than that.
It's 3. It's 3. You didn't hear the owl? 1.
He bit it.
A
He cheated.
2. A 3.
I think the two whoos because he took it in the two whoo. And that made him
he did it.
Yes, she is still alive.
All right, so I hope you continually bleed from your vagina and you always have cramps until you die.
Well, she's old
chances,
now, so probably not.
chances are she went through menopause already.
No, that's fine. That's why I wish it upon her. I want something unnatural to happen to her where she's like, I thought I was fast.
Okay, Sunshine, I'm not gonna front like I don't.
Bitch.
I'm not gonna front like I don't applaud your effort, but you're supposed to be listening to us.
What?
A Baltimore mom was accused of brutally killing her daughter.
Sunshine over here trying to be
Right? Look at this. I can't even see the rest of it.
Yo,
No, why don't you just join the show? Talk about
that finds all the shit for that dude, the old guy.
Let
She's
me
trying to do all the research and be like, "This is how you kill a Wendigo." Like, damn.
Sunshine,
Sunshine.
you're taking away our list for next year.
Right? Send this in the DM, girl. Damn.
Right?
Never challenge that shit. I know, right? The fuck?
This is
such on the DL before you just put it out there like that. Like, damn, yeah.
actually, I think Mitchell Blair was actually the most recent one because I think everything took place in 2015, or her trial took place in 2015.
Yeah, but trials can take a long time to develop.
Right. This last lady is a fucking cunt, bitch, slore.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie. I swear to God, you said that we are the last person, the last one, but
No. I said that Dre guessed the last one, but we had one more before the last. And
okay. I missed that
was the
part.
last.
My bad.
She was the last before the last.
Take it back a little bit, T. Take it back. It's okay. Just breathe.
Excuse me.
The very last bitch we're gonna cover today is Casey Anthony.
Cunty Anthony.
She posted the whole fucking Constitution.
Yeah.
This pertains to my case, and this is why I'm innocent. Oh, you're right. My bad, bitch. You didn't kill your kids.
See, what happened was.
Oh boy. Okay.
What happened was I had a Four Loko, okay, and then somebody dared me to have a second one, and after that I blacked out.
She said,
We're not coming for you. We're not coming for you. You just
we're just
That was
commenting in the
the mad
comments.
research you did out of nowhere, unprovoked.
Right?
We appreciate you. It's just like, hey, yo.
By you doing
y'all
that,
coming for me? I'm trying to post it. Y'all coming for me?
By you doing that, you're trying to come for our journalistic integrity.
Right, you coming for our stories, like you an audience member. We don't like this is technically heckling, and we know you're not heckling, but it's just like, hey, yo, talk to me after the show about what you think, just not during the show.
Right, I know where you live.
I don't know about that, but Jay do apparently.
That sounds like a threat.
Yeah, like that. You strike that from the record, okay? We're gonna take that off of the record. Tell the stenographer to please strike that from the record.
You don't have to strike it from the record.
And for the
Sunshine
record, we love you, Sunshine. You always here. So even if we are clowning you, it's all love.
So
you're used to it.
Look who Jason is.
Right?
Oh, I was expecting y'all to interrupt me on that. Okay, talking over me. I actually stopped talking for once. See, clowning but loving it. We love each other here.
Right, we know he can't read, really, but he's doing such a good job.
Hooked on phonics didn't work for me, okay?
I know you got that hooked on monkey phonics. It was helping Cartman out too.
Screw you guys. I go.
See, he doesn't even know he's already home. He's kind of gone with the drink, but he's trying.
He's all dazed and confused.
Hey, listen. Even though I'm home, I'm at the bar right now. All right. This little.
He's in the break room.
The bar.
No, you're in the break room.
Yes, the break room. The bar.
Right. You didn't say break room bar. You said I'm in the
bar.
bar.
Break room, or the break room has a bar in it.
The break room has a bar in it.
So we're a corporation. We're like a Fortune 500 company.
That don't give a fuck if their employees get drunk on the clock.
Right. Well, at least the supervisors know. If you got a cubicle, you better be here on fucking time and put in your hours.
With regular at the door, I ain't gonna check your ID. You start stumbling, you out.
Go watch Office Space.
No, what a classic.
What happened?
Go watch Office Space.
That's a classic.
Okay.
Okay, you got that? It's like the chat all over again.
Oh my
God. Hold on, hey, yo, I kind of wish sometimes our chat could just be broadcasted live. We'd be having some good conversations, man. But
I'm pretty sure if the chat was broadcasted live, we'd be canceled already.
Nigga, from who? Who the fuck gonna cancel us?
We didn't sign no dotted line.
Hey, I'm hoping.
I don't know nobody nothing. Shit.
Well, last but not least, rest in peace. We are gonna talk about the death of Kaylee Anthony.
Kaylee?
Oh, Cunty.
Miss Kaylee. No. Kaylee's the daughter. Kaylee's the daughter.
Oh, I'm sorry. It stuttered a little bit there, so I heard Anthony. I thought you fucked up her first name of Cunty.
No, I didn't. Kaylee Marie Anthony. She was born August 9th, 2005, and died anywhere between June and December of 2008. She's an American girl who lived in Orlando, Florida, with her mother, Cunty Marie Anthony.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
And her maternal grandparents, George and Cindy Anthony. On July 15th, oh my God, my daughter's birthday. On July 15th, 2008, she was reported missing in a 911 call made by Cindy, who said she had not seen Kaylee for 31 days. First of all,
it's only 24 hours, right?
a good parent knows their child is missing after fucking 5 minutes.
That's not a good
Not
parent.
even
we're talking
5.
about.
Not
Immediately.
if you're strung out on pills and wine, though, Jay.
Yeah,
Bro, shit
not
happens.
if you're trying to party and have fun all the time. Like what?
Yeah, right. That I can understand.
Because then you only see your kids, like, you know.
No,
So that you can't understand.
Yeah, why you don't understand that, Jay?
No, I can't understand that shit, bro. Like my daughter ran from us in a fucking Walmart, and I went berserk because I couldn't find her for 3 minutes.
Flip over all the clotheslines and shit.
Bro, I was literally running through the whole fucking store like this.
And shit like, where is my daughter?
You did it wrong. You did it wrong. Immediately, you were supposed to start crawling on the floor to see her feet.
Turned to Gazorp.
Gazorp, Jay.
Imagine what the Walmart security was looking at. They're like, look at this guy right here. She's right there. He went all the way around.
No. Walmart security and Walmart fucking employees were all nervous, bro. I was fucking 1,000.
Hate enough to deal with people like that.
They didn't know whether to look for Jenna or try to control him.
At that point,
Oh,
they
shit.
actually get more money if they just film you and put it on YouTube.
Oh shit, where were we?
You chasing Jenna.
She hadn't seen Kaylee for 31 days, and that Casey's car smelled like a dead body had been inside it. Cindy said Casey had given varied explanations as to Kaylee's whereabouts before finally telling her that she had not seen Kaylee for weeks. Casey lied to detectives, telling them Kaylee had been kidnapped by a nanny on June 9th and that she had been trying to find her, too frightened to alert the authorities. She was charged with first-degree murder in October 2008 and pleaded not guilty. On December 11th, 2008, 2-year-old Kaylee's skeletal remains were found with a blanket inside a laundry bag in a wooded area near the Anthony's family's house. Investigative reports and trial testimony varied between duct tape being found near the front of the skull and on the mouth of the skull. The medical examiner mentioned duct tape as one reason she determined the death was a homicide. While they not because they found the little girl her skeleton wrapped in a sheet, just because the duct tape was present. While the cause of death was listed as death by undermined means, whatever the fuck that means. The trial lasted 6 weeks from May to July 2011. The prosecution sought the death penalty and alleged Casey wished to free herself from parental responsibilities and murdered her daughter by administering chloroform and applying duct tape to her nose and mouth. The defense team, led by Jose Baez, countered that the child had drowned accidentally in the family swimming pool on June 16, 2008, and that George Anthony disposed of the body. The defense contended that Casey lied about this and other issues because of a dysfunctional upbringing, which they said included sexual abuse by her father. The defense did not present evidence as to how Kaylee died, nor evidence that Casey was sexually abused as a child, but challenged every piece of the prosecution's evidence, calling much of it fantasy forensics. Casey did not testify. On July 5th, 2011, the jury found Casey not guilty of first-degree murder, aggravated child abuse, and aggravated manslaughter of a child, but guilty of 4 misdemeanor counts of providing false information to a law enforcement officer with credit for time served. This fucking cunt bag slore bitch was released on July 17th, 2011. A Florida appeals court overturned 2 of the misdemeanor convictions on January 25th, 2013. The not guilty murder verdict was met with public outrage and with both attacked and defended by media and legal commentators. Such complained that the jury misunderstood the meaning of reasonable doubt. They should have asked Jay-Z. Which others said the prosecution relied too heavily on the defendant's allegedly poor moral character because they had been unable to show conclusively how the victim had died. Time magazine described the case
as they had her skeletal remains. There's plenty of shit that
she was duct taped, bro. That's homicide right there.
Like it's so ridiculous how technical shit can get sometimes when it's like, look at the fucking bitch. Look at her. Just watch her in a room. How's she acting? You can tell. Everybody can fucking tell. That's why everybody was pissed off, because it's like, I am not educated in law, but I can tell this bitch is fucking bonkers, and she deserves to be slow choked to death on the wall. And as she begins to look at you, that's as soon as you look away from her, and you never look at her as her last breath leaves her body. Fuck that cunt. And all the rest of these bitches. Make sure you run those.
Have you done this before?
Huh?
Shit.
Fuck bitches. I'm sorry. Very evil. I don't mean to say fuck
that
all.
This bitch is still. Fuck all the bitches on this list.
Never mind. I'm gonna stop qualifying myself. Continue, please.
Fuck all the bitches on this list.
Happy Mother's Day to you too.
Happy Mother's Day, sunshine.
Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there and their mothers. If you are not a cunt or a bitch,
just don't be a slow.
We're not wishing Happy Mother's Days to bitches no more. Fuck that.
Ending this very fucked up case, we see one positive coming from it, which is Kaylee's Law. And since the end of the trial, various movements have arisen from the creation of a new law called Kaylee's Law that would impose stricter requirements on parents to notify law enforcement of the death or disappearance of a child. Fucking Florida. One such petition circulated via change.org has gained nearly 1.3 million electronic signatures. In response to this, the other petitions, lawmakers in 4 states, Florida, Oklahoma, New York, and West Virginia, have begun drafting versions of Kaylee's Law. The law in Oklahoma would require a child's parent or guardian to notify police of a missing child within 24 hours and would also speculate a time frame for notification of the disappearance of a young child under the age of 12. The Florida law would make it a felony if a parent or legal guardian fails to report a missing child in timely manner, if they could have known the child would be in danger. The call for mandatory reporting laws has been criticized as being reactive, overly indiscriminating, and even counterproductive. One critic noted the law could lead to overcompliance and false reports by parents weary of becoming suspects, wasting police resources and leading to legitimate abductions going uninvestigated during the critical first few hours. Wayfair.
Oh, it's gonna make people work harder. Fuck.
Wayfair. Additionally, innocent people could get snared in the law for searching for a child instead of immediately calling the police. First of all, Kaylee's Law should be fucking common sense.
Right.
As soon as you see your child not in your possessions, and you know that they are not anywhere that you know is safe, you should automatically try looking for your child.
That's why Code Adam exists.
Exactly, but that's for stores, and that's exactly why.
But I mean, that's why it's so serious, because in the moment that you realize, you let people know, and people are like, "Shut the shit down."
Right.
Or at least that's what they're supposed to do. If they don't, fuck those people.
Fuck you You mean I'm knocking on neighbors' doors? Yo, you see my kid, dog? Did you see my kid? Anybody in the street see my kid? See my kid?
Yeah, and don't you
Take my
say I
backyard to
don't
me
know
or something?
you.
Like maybe they could
If
have
you
crawled
say
in there.
I don't know you, I'm coming
Wow.
inside. And I'm gonna search your whole house before the police show up and go next door to the next neighbor. You better fucking answer my goddamn question. Like, listen to all these women. Like, I want them to get the punishment, but if I was the husband and they just did this shit out of nowhere, I may or may not want to just kill the bitch. And I would feel like it should be my right to kill the bitch.
Right. And then you can take me in to a psychiatric ward for temporary insanity.
No, there ain't gonna be no insanity. This is gonna be clean and completely.
No. A good lawyer will get you off on insanity because you fucking.
Oh no, I'm
know
saying I should have
which
the
one you're
legal right to murder the bitch. That's what I'm saying. I should have that right as the husband and father, if she murdered my children, to kill her.
Makes sense.
If I want, I should have that right.
Personally, I feel like everybody on this list should get the same treatment that the person that tackled Dave Chappelle got. On top of that, they should get the fucking treatment that this dumb fucking Nazi bitch gave to a guy in American History X, and that's bite the fucking curb and
stomp.
stomp your fucking face.
Nah, that's too bro. Like honestly, you should get at least 3 times exponentially as sadistic as what you committed to those that you did to the, like, because curb stomping is possibly a quick death. It's gruesome, but not for the person you're doing it to.
Possibly, but that's if you stomp with all your might. I suggest doing.
And if you're gonna curb stomp somebody, of course you're gonna do that.
Use 2 feet, double stomp that shit like Mario jumping on turtles' heads.
No. Like hire a surgeon who's like not getting work and have him sever their spine.
No, take all of these bitches on this list and throw her in Big Bubba's cell in the men's ward.
What?
How about this? Whoever on that list is still alive, put them together in a big ass fishnet, lower them very, very, very slowly into a vat of acid.
If I'm not mistaken, shortly after this, Casey Anthony was pregnant, so I believe she has another child.
I don't think she has another child, but she definitely got another boyfriend.
Put her in the vat of acid
too. With her lawyer, no?
You ain't crazy, is you, bitch? I heard crazy Quincy's good.
Yeah, she's trying to be a fucking private eye.
She's dating her lawyer, who was her lawyer on the case.
Who was also the private eye, wasn't he?
Yes, and now she wants to be a private eye.
Oh, okay, so it'll be a Netflix movie soon.
Oh, she was given a private eye, all right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right. that whispering eye.
Well, we initially had this episode because I know a lot of you out there may have your situations with your mother, but unless your mother is as big of a bitch as any of these mothers here, there's no excuse. Call your mother this morning. Wish her a happy Mother's Day.
Yes, but before we go, you better run a fucking facial profile of these dirty cunts.
Oh, you're talking to me. Yes.
Who you thought he was talking to?
You want to see the faces to these bitches.
Bro, what you was drinking? Because you know drinking.
Jay, it's all right. Because I really wasn't paying attention and understood what he was talking about either. I was like, okay.
Hey, just letting you know, T. You know you could have just Googled every name as he went along, right?
I'm trying to help the fucking audience.
Yeah, he's trying to do for the show.
I see what you mean.
I know what I
said. You call yours as well.
Yeah, I'm actually going to see.
You mind your motherfucking business.
You keep my mama's name out your motherfucking mouth.
Oh, you want to talk about mothers?
But yeah, definitely give love to your moms. If she's a cunt, let her know and get on with your life. Don't hold on to that shit so you can have a better life.
Yeah, I agree.
Tyler,
be better than our predecessors.
I fucking hate you. I hate you and Sunshine right now. Let's share the screen of Miss Shirley Jane Turner.
Going in order.
AKA,
I'm not going in order because the order that I had written on here, I kind of mixed up while we were actually doing it. But this is the lady that killed her husband and took her beautiful son right here and walked into the fucking ocean and drowned herself.
That's psycho bitch.
That psycho bitch.
Look at that. Plain Jane ass. Look, if you're a plain Jane out there, look, it's okay. You have some sort of skill that the world needs. Figure that shit out and you'll be happier. Don't worry about the fact you look like a plain Jane. Because I promise you, most bad bitches is vapid. You don't want that.
That bitch went to jail for 11 months.
And then
she had that shit mad.
Like she probably was post jail right there.
All right, Debbie.
You know, Sunshine, it's unfortunate, but it really would be the white folk.
Yes, although one of the ladies on this list, she was black, so it's not all white women.
That's why I said 95%.
There was no Spanish people on this list.
Number 40, but I'm crazy.
This year, though, there was no Spanish people on this list this year.
This year.
Well, we're hoping, I guess, next year.
Yes, unfortunately, Jasmine anymore. Jasmine on that list, it'd be nice.
Don't worry. After the show, I got a story to tell y'all.
Rhea Yates, look at that. Look at in the old picture, she looked like she got some fucking psycho in her.
Oh, she does.
And then over there, looking like a mousy psycho, those big ass ears and shit.
That's her in the courthouse.
The thin hair. She's like, oh, they definitely got me. She's thinking about what it's actually like to go to prison because she thought she'd get away with it.
Wait till you see this bitch. This is Deanna Laney. This is the one that said she'd like to meet Andrea Yates and work with her at the end of the world.
Work with her to what the?
Oh yeah, that's the one that killed her kids in the car.
Ooh, what the fuck?
No, that's not the one that killed her kids in the car.
Hey yo, why does she look like a melted broom come to life? Like she looked like she got Freddy Krueger's skin.
Oh my goodness!
Like, good God, I'm sorry, lady. You look like you've been through some shit, but that ain't an excuse. Fuck.
What happened?
They jigged her on the line.
It looked like she took hard drugs in the chest many times. Eesh, looked like a waxed off figure with some hair.
This is Miss Susan Smith.
I
see there's no joke with her because she's a little attractive.
No,
we can't see
it's mad tiny, bro.
Yeah, it is mad tiny.
Is it? Oh, I didn't know that. Hold on. I got you.
Nathan said she's kind of attractive. Nah, she's okay.
Well, we know where his line is at.
Right? The fuck?
Whatever.
Google search her after the show.
It's gross, babe. You're disgusting.
How did you not know this though?
What? That's the one that was fake crying, and that's the one he's like, she what?
She doesn't even realize why the picture's being
takes
taken.
the cake.
No,
that's why she takes the cake.
Crazy bitch.
She's a little attractive, so she takes the cake.
Nah, that bitch is fucking maniacal. You
I don't know what you said because you sounded like a robot just caught you in the mouth.
Well, I said that bitch looked maniacal. You can see it in her eyes. Shit, she's not even hiding. She's getting loud in the fucking courtroom. I ain't killed shit.
Mitchell Blair, and these are the two kids that she said raped her younger child.
That's the bitch I hate the most.
Yes, she put them in the fucking freezers. Fucking cunt.
I'm not gonna lie. I assumed that this was some white trash woman.
She looked very
This
aggressive.
is kind of the biggest surprise of this whole episode for me.
She did everything she did in a white trash neighborhood.
She looked very aggressive.
It's some white trash shit. Like she put them in a freezer. That doesn't sound like somebody. Like I feel like black people don't think of that. I don't know. I just that's weird as fuck.
How do you live with yourself knowing that they're in that freezer as you walk by and continue your day?
Like you just putting frozen vegetables and a turkey on them. Like what the fuck are you doing? How do you live with that?
Oh my goodness, man! I'm telling you, just makes you want to punch a bitch in the throat.
Nah, that's at minimum karate chop and crush her larynx.
Listen,
You know,
I'm not
so
trying to be
you
like
can't
you,
say
all right?
shit.
I just said something simple. You went on a binge of fucking
Miss Rachel
No,
Grimmer.
fuck all these bitches, bro. They can get the
Fuck
fist.
all of them. I know. But I'm saying with respect, so that way people don't think that we're just
No, nigga, fuck
No,
respect.
there's
Why
no
would you
respect for these ladies, bro.
What's wrong with you, man?
That's what I meant.
Pull your
Not
dick
any
out
one
and
of these
slap
bitches
him
on
in
the
the
list.
face
Fuck
and
all
slap
of
Look,
them.
him
as much
afterwards.
as I want to show all these dumb bitches, I don't want to show none of them anymore.
Okay, so some of them are gonna get glamorized, and the rest are just gonna live in obscurity. Okay, Jay, inconsistency under check.
Well, you know why? Because the people out there in Spotify land are wondering, what are we doing right now?
Well, you know what? Maybe they should watch the fucking show. We love y'all, but god damn it, you got a phone, don't you? Watch the fucking. It's on Spotify like that. It's on YouTube. It's on Facebook. We on all the shit. Y'all can see what we talking about. Just switch it
You
up.
do get
It's all good.
notification when we go live, right? So
This
there's no
is a
excuse.
2-hour show at this point. If you stuck it here, switch the fucking format. You all good like that? You homies now. Just watch us.
Right.
We'd appreciate it. We got merch.
We do got merch.
We got
right.
some absurd merch. I don't know if we ever did the Wesley Snipes reading Rainbow shit, but
Bro, do you want to? I was gonna wear that shirt today. We did do it.
did you? Yeah, I definitely want one.
Oh
You
shit!
gotta let me know about that.
Next week, wear that shirt next week. I should have mine by next week too.
Well, I don't know if that's even possible with shipping times, but I definitely want one, and I will wear it on camera for sure.
If Jason answers his fucking phone and my email, maybe we can get some progress.
Hey, look, Migs.
Actually, what you can really do is call the place that prints it and get it shipped yourself.
You didn't tell me that option before. You didn't text me that. You didn't send me an email. You got my fucking business card. I appreciate you.
Yeah, you didn't tweet him.
Right? You ain't Instagram me, motherfucker.
Oh no, this is Teresa Riggy.
Even check it.
Teresa Riggy.
Teresa Riggy.
Yes, this is the bitch that stabbed all 3 of her kids multiple
Oh, this
times.
is the bitch you got to riggy up some medieval shit for?
Yeah,
she
pretty
stabbed
much.
herself in the throat.
No, that's when she jumped, I think. That's supposed
Like,
to
you know all those jokes about Chuck Norris? I hope all of them happen to all these women if they're alive.
This is probably the only one that we're gonna get in black and white.
That's a good picture over there.
Which one? This one?
Yep. That's a good one. Tom's gonna have a ball. Oh, no, that one over there.
Which one?
The other one.
Which one? This one?
That one, yes. Tom will have a ball with that picture.
All right. This is Miss Mary Beth Thinning, the one that killed fucking 8 children.
And then admitted to one. Was it me? No, sir. May?
Where's she at? I see 2 dudes.
Exactly.
that manly face son of a bitch. What the fuck is going on there? No wonder she was angry. We had invented mirrors, so her downfall was guaranteed.
That's definitely not a woman.
Like, that's got to be at least half troll, half ghoul. I don't see any woman there.
That's not a woman. Yo, look how homeboy is holding her arm. At any time somebody in the core system is holding your arm, you're a woman. That shit wraps all the way around.
I can see her chest hair from here.
Look at the bicep on this fucking animal.
Can't you do the bull part right? Look like an angry, pissed off, ugly man.
Kick that creature in the pussy.
Right?
In the
Kick
dick.
in the pussy so it shits out eggs. I don't know what that was. That was not a person. That explains everything.
This is the Ian Gallagher from
that must have been one of the first reptilians that got into the system, and they were like, I can't fucking handle it with these kids.
And look at this mullet-looking wrestler over here.
Ooh,
That's Diane Downs. That's the lady that shot her children.
That looks like if Plank from Ed, Ed, and Eddie was a girl and was a psychotic serial killer.
Yep, that was perfect. I agree.
If you don't know
Put some fucking blonde hair on there and just that's it. Evil. Like I feel like her ass has got to be at least as flat as her face.
It's flatter than your package, bro.
And here is the bitch that we all should know what she looks like because she's still walking around the streets.
Cunty Anthony. Hey, Cunty, if you're watching this, let us know. We'd love to hear from you so we can roast you.
She
How
said
are
she's
you
still
that
happy.
happy? How are you
As
that
a
happy?
matter of
How's
fact,
wrong with you? So
why don't you try to be a guest on the show?
Right? We'd love to have you up here, Casey. We will never let you say a word. So if you don't mind sitting here and just getting roasted and just us talking shit, you can come on the show. You might get a lot of exposure. We might get some crazy supporters of you. We'll roast them too. It'll be a great old roast. We'll have a pig roast of you because you're a fucking pig, you stupid cunt.
I can't with your
Cat piss drum, snot nose, shit filled. Fuck you. You just fuck you.
just
I
fuck
hope,
you.
I hope your life is exceedingly long and every moment is exceedingly more painful.
Yes.
Wait, what did I do?
Oh,
Yeah, what did I do?
you know what
I
you
hope you
did.
didn't do nothing to deserve what I just cursed upon them. What?
Bro, dickhead, when he was talking.
You know what you did, sir.
He read the private chat. Which
Oh, okay.
You should do right now.
Well,
Yeah.
everybody, we want to say thank you for joining us for the worst mothers in history. And we want to say happy Mother's Day to
Happy
all
Mother's Day.
to all the mothers out there that aren't killing their children.
Yes.
Yes, happy
Please.
Mother's Day to all the good mothers. Yeah.
To all great mothers out there, it doesn't matter how small or big your children are, love them back because
Small
yeah,
or
we don't want
big
you to go
your
crazy.
children are. That's a
Cherish
That's a
your
weird fucking place to put things, my dude.
children.
Not big or small.
Well, I mean, this is Biggs we're talking about. He puts things in weird orbits.
This actually makes
What?
me think of somebody in specific. You know who? It makes me think of Fast Guy.